Central Asia is the one place in the world no one remembers or cares about. The country names are also challenging to pronounce, and for me, spell. Just look at Kyrgyzstan or Tajikistan. Impossible. But today, they disappear and turn into their ultimate form, the Stanistan, aka Stan Union. All of these Stan countries united. There's a lot of questions. Could this ever work? Would it be powerful? Why is this intro so dramatic? That's why today we're going to be redrawing the borders of these new provinces and even creating some. This way we can avoid the obvious centralization of power in Pakistan and a nearly inevitable civil war. So get your popcorn and sit back to enjoy this long 5-minute video. Here we go. First, let's see how strong this nation would be. This is the current strength of each already existing country, going in literally no particular order. Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and finally Afghanistan. If you want to look at these numbers, you can pause. I'm not going to read them all. In total, Stanistan would have a total military of around 3 million troops, with a population of 356 million, mostly carried by Pakistan, and a GDP of nearly 800 billion. Now, let's fix up these provinces we mentioned earlier. This is an ethnic map I stole from National Geographic and drew over with Microsoft Paint. First, we split Pakistan into its 3 main ethnicities, create a Pashtun state that bleeds into Afghanistan, and create a Hazara state. Then Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan will take what's left in the north. For the most part, we've completely cleaned up. Then using this map, I stole from the Library of Congress, I saw this little group called the Karakalpaks, who luckily enough already have their own autonomous republic in Uzbekistan. So I split them off and made them a state too. In addition to these provinces, the official capital will be Tashkent due to its centralized location, and it'll also be a province too. In addition, it'll help further decentralize power away from Pakistan, since as the name suggests, everyone's kinda packed into Pakistan. We should clarify that the government would work like a federation, and that each of the provinces would have an equal voice within the government, despite population and power differences. Once again, helping make sure that the Stanistans don't just become a glorified Pakistan empire. So, what would this new country even do? Well, one idea is invading Iran. There is absolutely no reason to, but it would show the world that such an extreme and repressive regime is completely unacceptable, and to help prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons and help solidify Stanistan's existence and international recognition as a country. Upon victory, it's likely that Stanistan takes some of eastern Iran, but leaves the majority to be ruled by a democracy. Subsequently, invading Iran made the young nation popular with the USA, Saudi Arabia, and other countries that weren't big fans of the wannabe nuclear weapon state. Additionally, the USA would most likely take the lead in helping secure the new democracy in Iran. Now, as everyone knows, if you're going to invade Iran, you might as well invade Iran with a Q. Now, how to put this nicely? Iraq is way weaker than Iran. Just look at the sheer difference in their standing militaries. Who knows, maybe the Stanistan army could take over Iraq in just a month. The US did it whenever Iraq had 1 million soldiers. Embarrassing. However long it takes, they are without a doubt winning, likely giving Iraq a similar treatment to Iran. Now, let's continue talking about Stanistan's geopolitical relations. For starters, Russia will most likely try to befriend the new state due to being friends with most of the Stans before the merge. China will continue its strategic position in relations with the Stans, and India probably wouldn't be happy that Pakistan is now part of a country almost the size of Australia, and will continue the bad relations. It's most likely that the now split up Pakistan would find some way to gain political power, and with this power, they would likely launch some kind of anti-India propaganda throughout the whole country. Unifying the Stans with a common enemy while getting what Pakistan wants. A prime reason that Stanistan would hate India is that one of its name is Hindustan, which obviously means they must join the Union of Stans. So, in the invasion, Stanistan quickly pushes into India, catching them off guard. India then rushes to mobilize and pushes back. Stanistan clearly fears of losing the war and threatens to nuke India, to which India just responds with a threat to nuke them. Due to the threat of nuclear weapons, Stanistan and India were forced to come to an emergency peace treaty by the UN. After much debating, the two agreed that India should take the disputed territories between them and Pakistan, since Stanistan was the aggressor. Despite the war's conclusion, the grudge between the two neighbors would probably only worsen. The citizens of Stanistan would be very disappointed by the loss and hunger for redemption. Luckily, Bangladesh existed. Not only would this annoy India, but they could also invade Bangladesh because it used to be part of Pakistan. The invasion was successful due to the sheer power gap between Stanistan and Bangladesh. I would doubt that they would annex Bangladesh, but it would give them some autonomy as a puppet state. It's more likely that India would do something to tick off the Stan's response. At this point, Russia would have to step in and stop their two allies from aggravating each other. In the end, I think we can say that uniting the Stans would have its benefits and its negatives. Ultimately, this scenario is just so unlikely that we'll probably never even have to worry about something like this happening. Even if Pakistan took over the other Stans, revolts would quickly put an end to the United Stans. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment any ideas and subscribe so that I can buy a sandwich. Bye!